Hey you guys, so today I'm reviewing Beyond the Gate Season 1, Episode 88. And I know I'm a little late, but stuff happens. But we're finally about to get our review out. So the episode starts off with Jacob at Orphe Jeans, and he's talking with Kat, about the whole Leslie situation. And he's basically telling her that, that he can't do anything without the approval of the judge. Basically the same old rundown. She's basically like, what type of, she's like, I couldn't be your partner because I'll be trying to break the law, trying to hurry up and get, this stuff out the way because you guys are taking too long and this and that and the third. So then, Kat leaves and this and that and the third, but we'll get to that in a second. So then, Smitty comes out to try to talk to Martin, but Martin tries to brush Smitty off because he tries to pretend that he's on the phone with someone, and so basically he faces a phone call so he can get out the conversation with Smitty. So then, Samantha comes to the house, and she's basically telling Martin that she's about to go out with her. She's about to go out for a walk and this and that. She'll be right back. She's going to the park, and he basically tells her to be safe. And she's like, "I'm not like Tyrell. I don't just meet with random men, and play chess with them. I'm more responsible." So then, what's your call it? Chelsea is on a date with Madison, and they're having a good old time. And then by the end of the date, she sees Addison there. So then, what's her face? Anita is out with. It's in a hotel room with Tracy and Sharon, and they're over here, having disagreements. They think Anita's trying to take over like she did back in the day, and this and that and the third. And basically, a long story short, Anita just basically says she's leaving the Articulate. She can't deal with this anymore. Yeah, she knew it was gonna be a rough patch, but she didn't think it was gonna be like this. And they can keep the Articulates, and she's out since she's always trying to be in control. So then, she basically leaves it. And I agree with Anita because it's like, we've already discussed this. You guys have already beat me up. I thought we were past it. The fact that y'all are still holding on to grudges, at this point, y'all can keep y'all little reunion and leave me out of it. So that's where Anita stands with that. So then Marcel Malone comes by to talk to Martin, and Martin basically asks Marcel to give him protection for him, Samantha, Tyrell, and Smitty, and not to let them know. And then Marcel says he's on it to have protection. So there's Cassie, Smitty come to talk to Jacob, but they try to brush it off, and Kat leaves. And then Smitty and Jacob are talking, and then Jacob gets a call from Marcel Malone, and basically that's when he finds out that Martin just requested protection for his family. Smitty starts freaking out, saying, "How come Martin didn't tell me?" and this and that and the third. And Smitty is just pissed off. So Jacob basically says, "You can't keep hiding from this. You're gonna have to confront Martin about what's going on," and that's just that. So on the way out, Chelsea and Madison run into Allison, and she ends up stopping them or whatever. So basically, the episode ends with Martin going to the park to find Samantha, and he sees Samantha talking to Kenneth. And I find that funny because it's like, girl, you just made a joke about Tyrone. You talking to the same man. So yeah, that's how the episode ended, and I will see you guys next week for episode 89.